Hey guys, it's Maymay and her trusty sidekick.
Oh yeah, Minnie's in the house.
Sometimes I don't call you my trusty sidekick.
Well, you know.
And sometimes you get mad.
I guess it's all right that I'm a sidekick.
You are. Are y'all sick of this? Because I'm doing it today. Today we are breaking this paper pad out. We are going to start the process of making as many cards out of it as we can. It will not be completed in this video. It's going to be multiple videos to get this done. But I'm excited. What I thought we would do today is I want to go through and kind of dissect it and tell you how I'm going to start this process. So if you want to make as many cards as you can out of your paper pack, you can. And also, you don't have to have this paper pack to do this. I'm going to be using this paper pack, but I'm going to show you how to dissect any paper pack, how we're going to get started, how we're going to think about it, all that good stuff. But I think this one is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous, but I'm going to need you to tap that screen up there because we're a little blurry. Or either I am.
We're not blurry here.
It could just be me, but it looks a little blurry on the computer screen.
Could be, but it's not blurry here. Okay, so 12 by 12 paper pads used to be kind of my nemesis because I would, especially these, because in this pack you get 12 pieces of cardstock. So I used to think, what am I going to do with a 12 piece of paper cardstock? Plus, so many of the things are like the stickers and these cut apart pieces, and really used to kind of throw me. Well, here's the deal. I tried a few years ago to challenge myself. It might have been last year. I tried to challenge myself to make as many cards as I could from one 12 by 12 paper pack, and you guys loved that. So we're doing the same thing with this one. Now, here's how we're going to do it first. We're going to dissect this paper. And what I mean by that is I want to go through and decide some things before we ever make our first cut. So let's start with this first page. This is the packing page, right? It's the page they send with the pack. And you might think you can't use this, but we're totally going to use this in card making.
Totally.
Totally. Because one way is like this piece right here. This would be so cute on the front of a card. And I'm going to be making some of those longer cards, so I definitely want to use this. Also, this here is perfect for cards. There's all kinds of ways we can use this. So I'm not throwing this away, but I'm going to put it aside. Now, probably the most important part of this process, let me show you real quick. Where did I put my extra one at? Did I not bring an extra one in? Oh, yes, I do. There it is. Hand me that. That right there. Thank you. Okay.
The extra Ziplock bag.
One of the most important parts is this. This is a, how big is this Ziploc? This is a big old Ziploc bag.
It's a giant one.
It's probably 15 by 15 or something like that. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. They come in fairly small packs, I think 10 or 15 to a pack. But it has this zipper closure, and it's perfect for storing your excess. And if you're going to be like me, and this is going to be an ongoing project, you need that. Let me show you this. This is a perfect Christmas in a 12 by 12 like this. It's in the, it's in the Ziploc. So all the pieces stay together. So get yourself something to store all your pieces in.
Rhonda said that's a 2-gallon Ziploc bag.
There you go. Now this piece is the sticker piece, and I'm going to use these for focal points on my stamps, which were, on my cards, which we'll talk about later. So this piece can just go to the side. This piece I am definitely utilizing to make some of those longer letter envelopes, which are number 10 envelope size cards. I'm definitely using this piece. I can easily get 1, 2, 3, 4 cards out of it, but I think I can get more than 4. So I know what I'm doing this piece, so it gets to go to the get ready to use side. This piece is not going to be used for cards. I'm taking this piece out. I think it's adorable. I may frame this in a 12 by 12 frame and put my Christmas picture here or something. I don't know, but this piece goes out because it's not going to be used. What is it?
Rhonda got a little excited because I called her out on it.
Oh, this piece can definitely be used for card making. The back is perfect for the card, so I'm going to put this aside and let it be used. This is definitely going to be used for making cards. I'm going to put it aside to the card pile. This is going to be used for cards. Now, the only thing you might think, if you want to make tags, this can also be used for tags. What I think I'm going to do is make as many cards as I can so I can have my Christmas cards for this year. And if there's bonus, I'll turn it into tags. Otherwise, I may use another pack for tags. This is cards. This piece, okay. I'm going to use this to make an Advent, not calendar, but it is a calendar, but an Advent pennant wreath. Do you guys remember? Can you hand me? Can you hand me that right there? I keep making you hand me stuff. The little, what is that thing called? The little pennant piece. Okay. You guys remember when I showed you how to make these little guys that Polly introduced me to? And remember how easy these are? There's a video showing you this. I'm going to make 25 of these, and I'm going to use this on these, okay? So that'll be a project coming up soon because I think this will be cute to utilize this. And then I'm going to make them where they hang on a banner like this, and they can be open to get the treat out from right here. I think that'll be fun. Have a little advent calendar. So I'm putting this piece aside because it's for something else. This piece is for card making. We're good on both sides. This piece, although it's got such graphic images, I still think it's perfect for card making because it's pretty simple either side. So I'm putting it into the card pile. This one's going into, oh, no, it's not. I forgot. I don't know how I'm going to use this piece, but I love it. And so I'm not going to put this in the card making pile because I want to save it for another project. I don't know what yet. So that one has to go aside. This piece is card making. This piece is card making. Okay. So does that make sense? Before I go any further in the chat, what I just did, we've dissected it. Step one, we took out the pieces that we wanted to use for other projects or that we need to use later and move them aside so that they don't get accidentally cut into pieces. Because I've been known to pick up a piece of paper and just go to cutting, just like when I didn't realize this one was upside down. I might just go, oh, I love this peppermint, put it in the trimmer and cut it. And then I would have cut through here. So does it make sense that we're dissecting to this level so far? Everybody getting that?
Seems to be.
Okay. So now we're going to even break this down further. So these pieces that are just you may not believe it, but I call these solid image pieces. In my brain, these are solid image because I'm going to treat them as solid sheets of paper. So these are the ones that don't have the cutouts. The ones with the cut aparts go into a separate pile like so. This probably seems like overkill, but it's not. This is a solid piece, okay? This is cut apart. So now I've dissected it down even a little further. So here's my cut aparts. Here's my solid pieces. They just get put aside. Now we get to put a trimmer to this. That's what I've been trying to get to. I'm ready to cut. Is anybody hating if I'm fixing to cut this paper down? If I can find my trimmer. Oh,
well, you're just really listen, on the ball today.
It's right where it's supposed to be. It's literally where it's supposed to be. That's why I can't find it. It's literally sitting in its little home. How dare it, right?
It is kind of shocking.
Right where it was supposed to be. So here's the trimmer. I'm going to start with this page. Now, I like this red.
Here's to you, Maymay.
I like this red piece that's between all of these images, but it's going to kind of get in my way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the picture out of each one of these, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. So I'm going to cut that red strip off of each one of these. Again, you know how I like to cut. I'm going to plant my blade, sink it, what I call it, set it, roll up and roll down. So now I have this little red piece that, believe it or not, I won't get rid of this yet because I probably can use this somewhere down the line. So I'm just going to keep that there and go here.
The hoarderism comes in, right?
No, you'd be surprised where you can use little strips. So see what I've done? I've harvested this piece. Does that make sense? Like this piece is ready. I'm going to cut this red. Now, I don't have to cut this red off. Let me show you. I'll do this real quick. So instead of cutting this red, I'm going to leave it here and come down and cut it here. And the reason is that red is the same top and bottom. So I can use that like a ready-made mat or border. So I'm going to put that aside. But you see, it takes away on this one. So what I'm going to do is just cut that away here because I can add my own border pieces as I go. Look how cute these are. Oh, so cute. Now I'm going to cut this red away too, just because it's not the same width as the red on the bottom. So I'm just going to put it aside and then cut this little guy out. So see how we're just dissecting and getting ready to turn these into cards? Ooh, that shifted. All right, leave that here and look. Now we have all of these pieces that are ready to make the longer cards. Now, to be honest with you, you could use these to just make landscape A2 size cards and get more out of it because an A2 size card is 5.5. That might be the way to go because I could get more cards if I didn't make the long skinny card. I could get more cards out of this page. So you have to think like that. Let me show you what I mean by that. This is what I literally, you guys always tell me you want to see how I think things out. So I'm going to show you this. Are all of those in shot? No. Let me scoot this up. So if I were to make these the size 10 envelope card. How long is a size 10 envelope? I forget. Somebody will know. Is it 9 3/4? Somebody let me know. I think it's 9 3/4, and I have where I can search it. So let's say it's 9 3/4. I'm not sure if it is. Naoka can tell me because she made one recently.
Is it okay to answer store questions now, or do you want to wait do that later?
Let me wait just because some people come to this just to see the project part, and we can do that in the crafter after show. Okay, so let's say I want to do, let's just say they're 9 inches, but I swear I think they're longer than that. But if that's
number 10 cards are 3 7/8 by 9 1/4.
9 1/4. Okay, so let me lay this down.
9 1/2.
Let's go with 9 1/4. We'll just go with that. So if I do that and I cut this down to 9 1/4, this becomes a card, and I'm left with this, which is usable. But let me show you this. If I make these A2 size landscape cards, I cut it at 5 1/2. I have plenty for that. And then I can still get another 5 1/2 here and get 2 cards out of one strip. That may be the way to go because I'm trying to get a volume of cards. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut these down. Now, the places it might be a problem, like this guy right here, let's see what it looks like when I do it at 5 1/2. Where will it land? You have to look at the images too. See, this 5 1/2 gives me that full card. That's cute. And then I'm left with, which is cute too. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/2. So here. Yeah, that'll work fine. So you just have to think like that. Let's go ahead and cut these down so I can be ahead of the game. I'm sorry if you guys are waiting on a number 10 card because they'd be perfect for number 10 cards. And if you want to see some, I know Naoka made a number 10 card out of this paper and it's super cute. But I'm just thinking if I'm looking for volume, this is the way to go. And I'm going to cut these again at 5 1/2. Now this is where you take your time, okay? Measure twice, cut once. You'll be happier. So I have this in here, but before I cut, I'm just going to lift this up and look and make sure I'm at 5 1/2. And I am. And I'm going to sink this blade because I don't want to take a chance of. So see, that's the front of a card. That's really going to be cute, isn't it? I think we're going to do well with this. Now, here's something else. Maybe you like this side better, or maybe you like this side better. You can measure it either way. I'm going to flip it around and look at it here. If I cut it here, I lose that little boy, but I get that whole double family. See that? But if I cut it here, I lose part of the family. So I think I'm going to cut from the other side and get myself 5 1/2 inches here. So lay this down, lift this up. We're in good shape. Sink it and cut. So see, that way I get more people on the scene. Is it making sense?
It does to me.
Anybody have any questions about this?
No, not well. I mean, most of the questions are store-related questions so far.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this one. That's okay. Let's see what it looks like if I flip it around and start down here at 5 1/2. I think I'm gonna like this better. Yeah, that's cute because it gives me Santa with his sleigh. So I'm gonna cut from here. So check that out. That's really cute. I could even put a sentiment over here or something. Then let's bring this guy over and see what we get if we cut 5 1/2 here. See, this is cute because this is a scene. The Volkswagen is pulling the little sleigh. So I'm going to sacrifice it on this end. Is this 5 1/2? Checking. Didn't feel like it, but it is. Look at that. So cute. And we're getting very little waste so far. Very little. Check it out. Let me flip this over. That could be used. Hold on to it. Is that overkill? Did you see what I just saved?
I did.
What do you think about that? Like, does it shock you that I saved those little tiny pieces?
It does not shock me at all because that's very much what you do.
Because you know me.
Now, whether I think that's the right thing to do or not is totally different. But hey, you make stuff out of nothing all the time.
I do.
So I'm going to just keep my mouth shut.
On this piece, I love this Darcy's because remember I have a little Winnie dog named Darcy. So I definitely want to make sure I have this. I like this set of the scene here, but this is kind of wasted space. And I'm cutting this down to 11 inches and then cutting that in half. That's what 5 1/2 twice is. So I'm going to trim off an inch from this side just because I don't need it because it's kind of wasted. So there's my inch from this paper that I'll put over here in my pile. And then here I just cut it in half at 5 1/2 and I'm good. Now this probably looks like a lot of work, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even through. I've got one more to cut, and we already have 6 panels for some A2 size cards already. So see how quick this can come together? All right, I'm going to look at, I've got to have all of this in the scene. So I know I got to cut this at 5 1/2 because that's adorable. Look at that. That is so cute. And then this, what do I want to lose? I'm going to lose an inch, so I'm going to measure here. So here I lose this lady. I get the boy hanging the wreath. If I flip it around and I take an inch, I lose Santa, but I get this scene all together. People might think I'm crazy, but we're losing Santa. Are y'all going to think I'm crazy for cutting off Santa? That's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you why. Trust me, trust me. This scene makes more sense without Santa. I know, but it makes more sense. This is now a shopping cart, little kids. This it all now the scenes all kind of make sense. Okay. Wow, we just dissected that whole piece of paper, and we are now ready to turn these into A2 cards. How awesome, right?
Pretty sweet.
Easy, easy. All right, I'm gonna put these aside, and we're gonna dissect the next page. Let me ask you a question. Do you want me to dissect the next page or turn these into cards? Ask them what they want to see me do. Should I go to the next page of, should I dissect everything today or do, I don't know.
Yeah,
Or,
I would think the dissecting part, because that's well, to me anyway, you make cards all the time, but this is something to show them how to make a lot more cards.
so do all the dissecting now.
I think so.
Okay, so these are ready, and I'll make these.
No
one agrees with you?
Well, I'm going to say nobody, but most people. Well,
They
now
can
the dissect's coming in pretty good. It's kind of about an even thing, I guess.
I think you're right, Vince, because what I'll do is I'll make these in a video. That way I can explain the steps better instead of rushing through it. Dissecting doesn't have to have as much explanation.
Now folks are starting to love on me a little bit more.
Oh, okay. So. All right, for this sheet, this is one of the sheets we're going to dissect, and I'm going to cut this little piece off the bottom. Now, these pieces are 4 by 6, so they're 4 wide, 6 tall. And these are going to determine the size of my card. More than likely, these will be 5 by 7 cards because of the size of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these apart and we'll look at them. Because I think you'll be able to really understand it better when you see them all separated. So cute. You were going to say something, I interrupted you.
No, it's just, everybody's got, some people want to see dissect, some people want to see cards, some people want to see both, Maymay. So
I think filming the card making process makes more sense. This is something we can chat through pretty easy.
Yeah, and Lynn said maybe just make one card at the end.
That's a good idea. Look how precious these are. Oh Lord, these are cute. It's gonna be hard to decide who gets these. These are the cutest papers. Okay, so now just by dissecting that one piece of paper, we're going to get 6 cards. And I'm thinking 5 by 7. I want to do a test on that and see. Let me find a scrap. Here's a good piece. I was using this morning. And this might freak some people out, but I don't mind creating templates. I do it a lot. So, and you could even make a 5 by 7 card base, but I just wanted to do something quick that I could show you guys. And this was sitting next to me. So this is a 5 by 7 piece. And look how cute this will be mounted straight on there. And I'll even mat it with another border piece. And look how that makes a perfect Christmas card. And that's without any frillies or anything, because I'll definitely add stuff to it. But isn't that super quick and easy? Love it. Okay, so there's an example of the 5 by 7. Now we're going to get into the messy part, the fun part. Because these are all pretty straightforward. Those were all pretty straightforward. This is where we get into kind of some messiness, okay? And the reason is because these are all different sizes, but they can all be used as focal points or they can all be used on cards. So the first thing I'm going to do is dissect them. I bet you guys thought once you got out of biology, you wouldn't have to dissect anything else. You think?
And I know we wasn't going to really do much store talk, but I do need you to know that we only had about 30 packs of this paper left. So I don't want you to be hurt.
They may still be hurt.
If you want it, you might better go get it.
All right.
I mean, I'm going to order more, but I think I only have about 30 packs left.
Usually, there's kind of a rhyme or reason for cutting these things down. Sometimes there's not. What I like to look for first is one piece that I can make a solid cut all the way through, and it's right here. So I'm going to start there. Now, these have a little gap between them. I'm cutting that gap away. That makes it a little more time consuming, but I'm going to mat these images anyway. See, I missed it just a little bit, so I have to trim that again. But I'm going to mat these pieces anyway, so I don't need those little white strips. And I'll show you what I mean by it's going to be a little more time consuming. So I'm cutting it. So there's one. Isn't that cute? Now I need to trim that little bit away off the edge of this dude. You definitely want to sink your blade when you're doing that, taking that little bitty sliver off like that. Now I'm going to come and separate this one. Oh, this one I don't have to, the color blends so well that I can just cut this one away. See? Look at that. That edge is too white too, so I'm going to trim that off. Yeah, let me trim it off of here too. So what I mean by sink your blade, when you're using a trimmer and you have trouble getting straight lines or clean lines, I want to show you something. This page is so small and I'm cutting such a sliver off that if I were to push the blade up, it might buckle the page instead of slicing. So I'm going to take my blade, put it in the middle or somewhere in the cardstock, sink it in, and then pull and then push, and I get a much cleaner cut that way. No ruffles, no bending. Look how cute these are for the fronts of cards. So cute. Do you know how many cards I'm going to get out of this pack?
A bunch.
I don't even know either yet.
Now,
I really don't.
Sonia said this, and I like her thinking. She said, I want to see how the images are put together on a card so that it doesn't look chopped up and thrown on a card base.
Well, that'll be the part when I do the video of the card putting together part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show all of that. See what I did again? I found the longest cut through here, and it was there. See, if you just kind of watch, you can find where to slice. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do that, but I'm going to be honest with you about this. If you're a person that's not big in card making and you just want to cut these images apart and put them on a card base, these images do the work for you. I also have a theory that I believe you can let the paper do the work a lot of times. Like that's a lot of my viewers will tell me that they do that a lot because I talk about that. Let the paper do the work. I have full card series where I have done that before, and I love the paper. When you can have paper this beautiful, I mean, this paper is gorgeous, so it's fun to kind of do that. But you will see that in the follow-up videos, which won't be live. In my opinion, I need to do this not live. I need to make it make more sense. Okay, so see what we're doing. Now here's our next long line. You just have to kind of pay attention to your cut, and you can get all these done without messing anybody up. That is so cute. You know what? I think I'm going to leave that together. That's cute.
My friend Gil just showed up.
Uh-oh, Gilly. Wow, what time is it over there, Gilly? Let me see. What is it? Noon here, so it's 6 p.m. there. That's cute. Now that's another thing you think about. See how cute this is, how this works together? That's totally a card front, just like it is. I love it. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna leave that together. This one I'm gonna separate. That's a little clock, and I think it's real cute. I think I can use that for something else. And I like this little sleigh. That's adorable.
I really want to answer y'all store questions, but I can't till after this. The Crafter After Show is for store questions. I'm
sorry, y'all. It's just because people who watch these don't always care about store questions, and that's why we kind of separated them so that they would be able to watch crafting and not sit through store questions. And I hope you guys appreciate that. I think that other people, and I think you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay, another long piece to cut through. That's cute.
Jill says it's 6 p.m. over there.
6. Should I keep this together? You guys look at this one.
It's so hard to call her Jill.
I know.
It just doesn't want to come out.
Should I keep that together? That's kind of like a scene, isn't it? Is it or is it?
Well, kind of.
I'm going to keep it together. And if I never keep it together. Okay. I'm going to try to keep this together. And if I don't like it, I can cut it apart later. But I think that's cute. I'm going to keep that together for now. Look at this Santa Claus. Santa Claus, Santa Claus. Yes, I write songs when I'm making paper projects, don't y'all? Oh, he's cute. How cute. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Then
you need to trim the fat on that a little bit.
I might trim the fat on that one. We'll see. I like it. Oh, look what I did. I went too fast and I buckled it. Oh, not bad enough that it can't be used. Not bad enough. So don't go too fast. Learn from my mistake. That one's fine. I think I can cut the blue here and be all right. So sink that blade. Don't do what I just did. Do as I say, not as I do, right? That's what I tell my kids. Just do what I tell you to do. Trust me. Yeah, I'm going to keep trimming this one a little bit. We're going to get so many cards. Has anybody already started using this card pack? We've sold 1 billion of them. So I wonder if anybody's already using it. I know Naoka has used hers. I've saw it. I've seen.
Now, you know, Naoka does some really beautiful work.
Yes.
And somebody even commented earlier that she could make a cow patty look cute.
She could.
So that's pretty good.
She could. At one point in time, she was on my design team. She decided to take a break, and I'm ready for her to come back anytime. But I told her that when she left. I was like, you have an open spot. Whenever you want to come. She does amazing work. Amazing. All right, we're almost done. I'm really pushing this trimmer now on these little slivers. Look at this. I can't even get this sliver out. Come on, sliver. Look at that. Pushing it. Okay. My favorite page in the whole pack. Oh, I love this page. Are you proud of me for not petting today?
Well, I haven't seen you smell it or pet it today.
I've not petted. I'm just cutting.
I'm not sure that you can make it through the whole thing without doing it.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm doing pretty good. All right, I'm going to cut this dude away at the longest strip. Just like so. Looking good. Let's see. I'm going to cut it away in the middle here. I'll clean it up in a second, or as you say, trim the fat in just a second. Just like that. And then this one can come here.
Jill, I am feeling just fine. I've had very little trouble with sea legs this time, which was a little surprising because I thought I might.
I went like 3 days and was still feeling the boat rock.
It didn't bother me much this year, and we still have some chocolate at our house. So I'm not having too bad of withdrawals just yet.
Did you see the big chocolate fight that we discovered live on Facebook? That was hilarious.
That you discovered. That's where y'all threw me under the bus like I was a dang criminal.
You ate our chocolate.
I did not.
He says he didn't. I don't know if I can believe him or not.
Thinking it was me. We have 4 boys in our house that steal everything.
I don't know. I think you blame somebody on this one.
I ain't blaming nobody.
Remember the Haribo incident of 2016?
No,
that was 2017.
It was all me.
You ate my Haribos.
But I didn't know that they were for something specific.
Do you guys remember? Some of you guys might be new. Back in the spring.
About 500 pounds of them things.
Back in the spring, I found the cutest little miniature sets of Haribo gummy bears. And I love gummy bears. And I thought, these will be the cutest project. I'll be able to make something cute out of these miniature
Why do you
things.
Keep throwing me under the bus?
And so I walk into the living room. I only bought 1 or 2 packs. I can't remember. I think it was only 1 pack. And I walk into the living room, and beside his chair, he has eaten my craft project.
Look, I learned a lesson. You don't leave no evidence laying around.
Oh, that's the lesson you learned.
If you're going to steal people's candy, don't leave no evidence.
That's a terrible lesson you're teaching people right now.
Well, look, I'm not admitting that I busted it open. By no means.
It's a terrible lesson.
But I am saying if you do something like that, you need to make sure that you hide the evidence.
You're so rude. You are rude. These are so beautiful.
I think these people here think that y'all are rude to me.
Really now?
Yes. All the throwing under the bus I get for nothing.
I don't know. I think some of them are probably in my corner.
They're all saying, you're right, Vinny. That's what they're saying. Maymay was mean and hateful to you.
Is that
That's what they're saying. I see it all over here. Poor Vinny.
Oh,
Bless
gosh.
It. Poor Vinny.
Bless
they know
it.
you don't know I get abused.
Bless it. Oh, my gosh. Is Christina watching?
Poor Vinny.
Say,
Look
bless
at him.
it.
Look at him.
You're killing me. I have to go home with this man. This looks
Rhonda
like
said she agreed with me too. Get rid of the evidence.
this looks like Judy Jetson. Look. No, the daughter. What was the daughter's name on the Jetsons? It looks like her.
Was it Judy? Or was the wife Judy?
What was the Judy? They'll tell me. They'll know. Who was Judy, the daughter or the wife? I don't remember. Judy. I don't remember.
Judy and Elroy.
I don't.
Jane, his wife. No.
Jane.
Yeah, Jane and Judy.
All right, so that looked like Judy. I think it looked like the daughter. Jane is the wife.
Yep.
That seems weird, doesn't it? Seems backwards. They're so cute. Now, see, I'm doing all this. I'm doing all of this, and you can do this at home while watching TV or.
Oh, Sally, that was totally unnecessary.
Having a cup of coffee.
Sally said, just be thankful Vinny doesn't eat paper. I just think that's about rude.
If you did, you'd eat this right here because this is good stuff.
Man.
You'd want all of this.
I'm trying to decide if that was a fat joke.
I don't think she would call you fat. I mean, she might, but probably not live in the chat.
She wouldn't be lying.
She probably wouldn't do it in the chat. She'd probably do that at home in private.
Now, Funtastic Craft said it's loaded. No, I'm sorry. Susan said it's loaded with fiber.
Fantastic is Charmene.
Yep.
Oh my
She
goodness.
just laughed at me.
Y'all are hilarious today.
Now Laura says I should have my own show, My Strange Addiction. I Eat Paper.
Yeah, because he can't do My Strange Addiction. I steal my wife's chocolate. That's not strange enough.
Good night.
That's not strange enough, I suppose. Woo.
Miss Jones says she's falling off her chair.
Now, I got to show y'all something. I think this one's too tiny. No, I can get there. If they are too tiny, just use your scissors. It's no big deal, but I can get there. I'm going to sink this down, cut it. There we go.
Sally said she wouldn't call me fat.
In public.
Well, she said it's her, what did she say? Sarcastic humor? Or
I love
like
sarcastic humor. They should know that about me by now. Okay, so these little guys right here, I'm going to my bag.
her New England sarcasm. What she said.
And I'm going to put these into the bag to get us started. These are the strips that I decided to hang on to in case I want them. Now, I'm going to tell you something. At the end of this project, if these are left and not used, I'm not holding on to them. This is the kind of stuff that causes clutter. If I can't use them in this project, I'm getting rid of them. I'm not going to tell myself I might use them in a mini album or I might use them here. I'm going to allow myself to get rid of those. Vinny's proud to hear that, aren't you?
Yes, yes, I like to get rid of.
Okay, so let me show you what we've done. We now have all of these, which are going to be card fronts.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What?
I don't know how to say this.
Okay.
Is it Diatra, maybe? Diatra?
I don't know.
She says quill with those scraps.
Good idea. This might be a little thick. I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think I would try it. Now we have these for 5x7 cards. Okay. 6 of those. Then I don't know what size cards these are going to go on, and I don't know how I'm going to lay them out. These are the fun ones. In the past, I would turn most of these into tags, like this one especially. I hate to cheat and make a tag, but I want to show you how fast this can become a tag, but I hate to cheat. But I would turn this into a tag in a heartbeat. I would cut the snips right here at the corner. I would actually use my chomper because I get lazy, and this guy right here makes things so easy. I really want to show y'all, but I feel like it's cheating. I don't want to cheat. Okay, look. I want to show you how this works.
Oh, please don't, y'all. Please don't send me candy. I love y'all, but don't send me a bunch of chocolate.
Where? Oh, large. And I'm like, where's my measurements? This is the large punch. So that punch makes a tag corner for me so easy. And normally I would run through here and punch that and make the tag corner and then poke a hole and put a ribbon and put 2 in front on the back and be done with it, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cheat. This is all cards until I'm done. Then it could be tags. All right, so these guys will kind of help me decide what they're going to be. Now, between now and the next time I film, I'm going to show you, or I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Vinny does like jerky.
I have found, that has to be Renee.
Beer jerky.
Was it Renee?
That is my friend Renee.
I have found on Pinterest, I did not discover this. This is just a given thing. You can go to Pinterest and you can get card layouts, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and pick about 6 card layouts. I may not even get 6. I may get 4 card layouts that I like. And then these guys right here, that's how I'm going to go with this. I'm going to be like, okay, so let's say, let me do one real quick to show you what I'm talking about. Move this out of the way. Let me grab some white paper so you can see what I'm doing.
Yes, Margie, we are still doing Weight Watchers.
Let me show y'all something too that I think is smart. So, oh, y'all are going to think this is overkill, but I don't think it is. I think it works. If you're going to be making a bunch of cards like this, you can take a piece of cardstock. I cut that at 4 inches. I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4. Who knows what 4 by 5 1/4 is? Someone will know. So I'm going to cut this one down to 5 1/4. And I'm going to be able to get 4 of these out of this. There's 1. And then 5 1/4. And you're probably going to think this is overkill, but I promise it's not. And I'll tell you why. So I have lots of cardstock in my stash. I like to use it. Did anybody figure out what 4 by 5 1/4 is?
A2 card.
It's
A2 mat.
It's the inside mat of an A2 card. So it's not the size of an A2 card. It's the size that leaves us a border around the edge. So I always want a border around the edge. I think that's the way to go. So by taking one piece of cardstock and breaking it down into 4 pieces, I can now make my own, why does my phone go dim? I can now make my own card layouts. So let me show you what I mean. Let's say, see, I know this is the size that I need. And let's say I grab one of these guys. Let's see, this. Let's say I want this to be a focal point. And I can take this and I can design behind it and know where my focal point will be. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, where's a ruler? Here it is, right where it should be. Okay, let me go back here. Let's do a simple one. Let's say that I want to have a stripe across here. Oh, pick this up. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm going to come down here. This is hard because I need to get over the top. Sorry, my head's in the way. All right, so I'm going to draw a line here. Then I'm going to come down here and do another line like this. And then I think I will do, maybe a thinner line. I'm just doing this for an example to show you guys. Let me kind of split the difference here. So 1.5 inches away roughly. And then let's do the same thing down here. 1.5 inches away, roughly. Okay, then, and I'm going to freehand this because I don't have anything right here to help me do it. But, or do I? Yeah, I kind of do. Okay, I pulled this out of the trash. This is a 2-inch circle. I'm going to put it right here and trace it. Just like so. Then I'm going to erase inside the circle because I want the circle to be to the front. So what I basically done is using an A2 sized piece in landscape, okay? I've set this out where I know I need a background piece. So let me mark it. I need this piece, which I can call A, okay? I need this piece, which I can call B. I need this piece, which can be C. And then I need this piece that can be D. Now, does this make sense? This means I'd find a pattern paper for A, a pattern paper for B, a pattern paper for C, and D is a focal point of whatever I want it to be, right? I feel like my phone is acting up. So imagine, see how this has got the mat? Imagine that this was one paper, this is another paper. Does that make sense? Like you make your borders that way. The cool thing is I can turn this way and it can still be a card layout. Does that make sense? Tell me if people are getting that.
I think they are.
What is Zoom?
Just so you'll be aware, you're 10 minutes over your 30-minute limit.
Okay, so we need to move on. All right, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 4 card layouts, and I actually can design them myself, and I probably will just design them myself. And here's the reason I don't mind using cardstock. Now I can make myself a box. Lord knows I love a reason to make a box with a divided tab in it.
Oh, yeah, we need one of them.
I can make myself a box and save these for the future. And what's even cooler, I just think this is cool. Let's say that I really love how this turns out. On the back of it, I can put Christmas 2017, a very Merry Christmas. You know, I can write the paper pack. I used it on the first time. So if I just really, really like it, a very Merry Christmas. If I just really like it or I really want to remember what I used it for, now I can remember. But I can also do another layout on the back so I get 2 for 1. Okay, so good idea, right? I think it is. So until next time, we have all our pieces that we've dissected. And in our next video, we'll start putting them together. Now, we may end up getting an extra video next week because I'm filming my cousin's house this afternoon for her fall tour. So I may just upload that sometime next week because I really want to get back into this with you guys. So look for this to be Tuesday. And then look for having an extra video with Holly's house because it's beautiful and I can't wait for y'all to see it.
We have a new subscriber today.
Yay! I need a bell. So
Nidia Ortez.
I need like a bell when you say.
So she's a new subscriber, first time to catch you live. And Dee told me to just, instead of trying to say her name, she said, I got close, just say Dee. So we're going to go with Dee.
Remember we talked about this, how QVC used to have the little bell called Tootie, and when you bought something or something where you first time caller or whatever, we can do that. If you're a new subscriber, we can ring a bell. That'd be fun. Probably hurt everybody's ears. All right, guys, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the crafter after show. If you guys are making this along with me, I want to see what you're doing. Maybe you can inspire me with the cards you're making as well. You can share them with us in lots of places. The easiest way to do it is on our Facebook group, which is called Maymay Made It, and so did I. You can also do it on our website under the More tab. You'll see Customer Gallery. You can share in the Customer Gallery, and you can tag me on social media, whichever one you're on. You can tag me at Maymay Made It, and then I can see what you're making. Thanks so much for watching today.
Hey, it's great to have all you new guys with you. Welcome.
Did they just scroll up?
We had several people that said they're
Yay.
new watching today, so we're really glad to have everyone here. Heather is new. Cheryl is the first time catching us live, so we have a lot of folks saying they're new.
If you're new to us, since you are new to us, let me tell you what's fixing to happen. We're going to close this one out. What we try to do is our noon show. We try to do a craft for about 30 minutes, and then we close that live out, and then we open a second live, which is called the Crafter After Show. And that Crafter After Show is where we get to chat and talk back and forth. And we also show our Across the Miles things, which are items you guys have sent in to us. So stick around for Crafter After Show. And if you're watching it in the replay, you'll get to see the Crafter After Show in the replay as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
Bye.
Bye.